incredible. You're only a half hour late.
So what do we got? What do you got?
Our guy did the world a favor on this one.
So we got a telemarketer and a sex offender. What's next, a lawyer?
Whole shebang just got a whole lot weirder. Witnesses placed the second shooter at the scene. After our suspect whacked Mr. Rogers here, he went and had a little shootout in the hall.
Maybe an armed neighbor?
No one recognized this dude. They exchanged gunfire, then disappeared. Both of them.
How about the second shooter? Any description?
The word beautiful came up.
Beautiful?
Like a movie star.
Now I understand that you play a really tough, hard-nosed character and you're going up against Billy Bob. So how was that experience in going up against Billy Bob and working with George Tillman?
Well, George is fantastic. I had such a great time working with him, and George is always so focused on character in the midst of a movie that may be more, genre-oriented, or where some people don't actually think as much about character, and so that's always really fantastic, and needless to say, makes the movie better because of it. And Billy Bob is, I'm a huge fan of his work. I've always loved it. I love him as a director and a writer as well, and so to be able to collaborate together was really easeful and a joy, and to be able to play a strong woman, opposite him is really fun.
Now, you typically do a lot of family-oriented films.
Yeah.
So what was it about this script and this project that motivated you to do something completely different than what you typically do?
Well, first of all, I've always wanted to do action, but at the end of the day, I felt like I was doing the same kind of movie because, it's about family. Dwayne lost family, Billy Bob trying to get back with family, and so really we add that the themes, but you put action, you put suspense, you put twists. It becomes much more interesting, something different, and that's what I love.
I know behind every great successful man is a successful woman. So tell me, what is it that you do that keeps him motivated and inspired, besides looking great?
We really like each other, and we motivate each other, we push each other as far as we can go. And, I'm just me. That's my boy, That's how we look at it. Actually, it seems like we've been married about 7 years now, ever since we've had our kids. But before our son Chase, who's in the movie, by the way. Yeah, he's in the movie, Chase Tillman. He's in the movie. But since having him, it feels like 7 years. But before that, I feel like we've only been married for a year.
I understand in the film Faster, you have a very dark scene, correct? Now, what did you draw on to bring that character to life for this film?
I actually I started just mimicking what I'd seen just on the internet, people that were going through heroin addiction and withdrawal, and then obviously we all delve into some part of ourselves that feels vulnerable and lonely and full of regret, and I just kind of went there, and Billy Bob helped me a lot with the scene too. Yeah.
Now you're on your second season of The Glade, correct? Tell me about your character on The Glade and what's the progression for next season?
Okay, I play the medical examiner / detectives on The Glade. I think the show it's a funny, dramatic kind of procedural drama, but there's a lot of lightness to it. It takes place in Florida, which Florida becomes a character as we shoot the whole show in Florida, not just the exteriors like other shows. So we're just excited. I think we're going to have a lot of beautiful women, great stories, a lot of action, a lot more action this season, and I'm excited. I think A&E is going to do a real push for it this season.